What is up, my friends? Welcome back to the Joe Bunn channel. We are still talking about more gear because I picked up something else recently from a friend of mine. And actually, it was a referral through a friend of mine. My guy Icon down in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I saw a picture of his, one of his setups, and I was like, what are those stands that you're using for the Astera AX1s? If you're not familiar with the Astera AX1s, we'll show you some picture and some B-roll right now. But that is what the Asteras look like with my setup. You've probably seen on this channel before me using a stand from a company called Lightsmith out on the West Coast. Really nice stand. But then when I saw Icons, I was like, I want to give these a shot as well. So my friend Dimitri is who I reached out to up in Boston, DJ just like us, and he had created his own stand. So come and find out, I think Dimitri is not only a DJ, but an engineer as well, which is going to make sense when you see these really cool new stands. So let's get into the video right now. Before we even talk about the stands, before we talk about anything, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Just click that button right now. And that's super important because we're trying to grow this channel and we really need your support. Call your friends, especially your DJ friends. Tell them this channel is killer and that we put out videos every week, and tell them to subscribe. All right, moving on. All right, here are the stands. Doesn't look very sexy so far, right? But it's super well done, okay? So what you got here is kind of an extending, I believe this is aluminum type pole. I guess this diameter is about inch and a half, maybe 2 inch. You can see there. It's got a threaded end right here, and then it's got this little knob here. And then you kind of have this boomerang looking part, which is the feet. And then this also has these little leveling feet on it, all right? Let me show you how easy it is to put these things together. So all you do is you just take out this little thumb screw here on the bottom. And again, this has a threaded screw on this end as well. So one is long and then one is short. The short one is obviously where the Astera tube is going. The long one is down here on the bottom. You're gonna kind of spread these legs. That didn't sound right. You're gonna kind of spread it out to where you have this X shape, or no, what shape is that? Like the Mercedes symbol? A peace sign. There you go, the inside of the peace sign. You're gonna put the longer of the threaded screws in here. I kind of set it down like this, and then I just take my thumb screw and tighten up. Boom. You got your stand. If you're on an uneven surface, you've got your leveling screws here. Obviously, if you screw them clockwise, the stand goes up a little bit. Counterclockwise, it goes down a little bit. You've got your ring here that you just loosen up to make it go higher. And then when you get to the desired height, you just crank back down on it. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, it is just a couple of simple adjustments. We'll put a Astera tube up here just so you can see the final look. But there's the stand. I mean, super simple. You really can't mess it up. Again, the short threaded nub is on the top. The longer threaded nub is on the bottom that kind of goes into the boomerang style legs. This finish here, as you'll see, very much matches the finish on the Astera tubes. And let's get one, see what it looks like. So we added an Astera tube. We ran it all the way up, and we think the ceiling's probably 10 or more feet high. So these things will get really high. I don't ever run them up this high. I probably run them, more about half that down here, more so they're kind of face height. And then I usually run a few shorter in front of the DJ booth. But these things will get high if you need them to. Super stable. Again, the base plate, unlike the other stands, is not heavy at all because it's really just these three legs. It's still very stable. If you're on an uneven surface, you can use these to kind of level it out. I'm super impressed with these stands so far from my friend Dimitri. I'll put a link down below how you can reach out to him and inquire about how to get them. I know he does limited runs. I'm not exactly sure about the pricing, so I'm gonna let you reach out to him directly on these, but I did want to show them to you because I know a lot of people have struggled over the years as DJs have gotten into these things with finding the right stands. Originally, we started with camera stands, kind of like what we're using here for our lighting in the studio, and then there's been all sorts of different rigs. You've seen me attach them to my pop-up truss with the included clamps that come with the Asteras. I have the Lightsmith stands as well that he actually had powder coated white. And then again, these are more of that aluminum style, which matches kind of the ring on the top and bottom of the Astera AX1. So super impressed with these stands so far. I do want to show you one more thing before you go. So what Dimitri had not tackled yet was a case for these. And I think he said he might have been using like a speaker stand bag, like a heavy duty tripod case or something like that. And so I set out to try and find something else. I went to my friends at US Case here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and they quoted me an SKB case with a custom cutout insert laser cut, and it was like $800. And quite frankly, the case was massive. I think because of the interesting shape of that boomerang piece. So what did I do? I went to Harbor Freight and I bought this gun case. This is an Apache 9800. I think it was 140 bucks. Now, I'm not usually a big rig guy, so this is kind of against my normal MO, but I basically just rigged up my own case. And so what we've got inside here is the boomerang pieces. And then I had Randy go to this foam outlet place down the street, and they just cut me some blocks of foam. I took a can of the 3M spray adhesive, and I just blocked the parts off. The pole parts are right there. Again, this is glued in, this is glued in, this is glued in, so these don't shift around. And then I put the poles right there in the front, and then I put this over it just so the poles aren't jiggling around. I close it up, and it's got wheels on it, and I wheel it in. The negative about it is it's unbalanced because these boomerang parts obviously weigh more than the poles. So when you're carrying it by its handle, it's kind of like, you know, tilted obviously towards that way. But other than that, it keeps the stand safe. They don't get all beat to death. And the case kind of looks cool enough. You could probably pull off this Apache branding and put your own logo and stuff here. I think there's a sticker on the bottom I still need to scrape off as well, but it's a nice little replacement, I guess, instead of spending $800 on an SKB case that's way oversized for what you need for something this basic. So just a little cheater trick there. Harbor Freight's got these gun cases. I've seen people use them for different things. I think some people put their Evolve 50 tops in these as well. So nice little gun case that doesn't cost a lot of money, and you can use it for this as well. So there's your look at the Astera stands from my guy Dimitri. I believe he calls his company Revolution Event Gear. We'll put a link down below how to reach out to him and inquire about pricing and availability because he does do limited runs of these. But so far, I'm super impressed with them. They're very sexy looking. Again, did a quick little rig up job for the case. Didn't cost me much money at all. And I got some really simple, easy to assemble stands that aren't super heavy. Again, the base plate doesn't exist. That part down on the bottom weighs hardly anything. This part is aluminum, really weighs nothing. And then of course the Asteras have their own case. We'll put a link down below to some other videos we've done on the Asteras. But all in all, that's your look at the brand new stands from our friend Dimitri at Revolution Event Gear. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you're subscribed, leave a comment, thumbs me up, and all those things. Thanks. See you back here next Thursday for another brand new video.